What's next for you? Do you want to do a musical at some point?
I'd love to, but I certainly haven't got one in mind at the moment. But I'd certainly stay open for one. Yeah.
What about 30? What about the sequel to Trainspotting or to 28?
Well, Trainspotting is we're waiting for them to get old enough, the actors, because it's an idea of an aged cast, kind of inhabiting the same characters in the same town, and you know, a generation has passed, which would make it a really interesting, very different sequel, a very thoughtful sequel, I think. So it wouldn't just cash in on the brio of the first one, because that time would have gone for them when they can.
And you think that takes how many years from when you shot Trainspotting to reach
Well, the
that?
problem with it is that it's not that I'm ready to do it. I feel older. They don't look any older though.
Okay.
They just look exactly the same, most of them. They kind of like, you know, and that's because they look after themselves. They give this impression that they're wild and they're out at parties. They're not. They're tucked up in bed at 10:30 at night, keeping their looks, you know. Anyway, so that's that. And the 28 days later, there is a third part idea. But it's kind of gestating at the moment, so, and it's a very odd idea as well. So I don't know whether it will ever tick the boxes, because it's a franchise, and to set them up when you're part of a franchise like that, you have to tick certain boxes, you know, to make the economics work. That's how they view those things. It's not like a new film. It's like a, whereas in fact this idea is quite bizarre.
Can you give us any hints about why?
No.
How about the decision to have the young actors speak in their native dialect? I'm sure Pathé and Warner Brothers wanted it all.
No, they were delighted. You can imagine when we rang them up and said it's going to be, a third of it's going to be in Hindi, with English subtitles. They were absolutely appalled. And I remember the phone conversation, it was just terrible. Because it happens, in order for Hollywood to wake up, it was like at 1 a.m. in the morning. And I remember ringing them and they just got up. Or it's something like that anyway. It's just terrible time difference. And it was just terrible conversation.
You weren't afraid they were going to shut you down?
Well, I can control about £6-7 million without, not with impunity, but kind of just about get away with doing whatever I want.
The total budget?
That's the budget,
Total, okay.
Which is about $13 million as it was. And I can just about get away with doing that. You can just about get away with everything, but boy, do they complain.
I
you can imagine. But you know, it was right for the film, and people come out of the film now and they don't talk about the subtitles, even though the subtitles are fun. They talk about the kids are great, because it gives you access to the reality of the kids. It gives you access to real acting, real kids, and people cherish that more than having to read a bit of dialogue.
Also, it's parenthetical to the film. The way you have the subtitles is the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's just fun, isn't it?
Colours and jumping.
Yeah, you move around a bit. It's like more like a
brilliant.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I think we're out of time.
We are out of time.
The girls are hovering, which means a change of venue.
Sorry.
That was great.
Oh, maybe thank you very much.